How's it going, guys? How's it going? We finished things off with day 4, and I'm going to show you again, as I always like to kind of give you guys a bit of a insight to my physio's programming. So this is something that he puts into the program to help with my rehabilitation of my knee, I should say, rather. And this is some single leg wall sits. Even though I was only holding this for 10 seconds, and I feel like I was a lot lower to what I can see here. Nonetheless, these were so hard. These were definitely the hardest variation out of the times that I've been doing this. I've been kind of measuring how high I am in order to spend more time trying to isolate the quads. And this time Randy told me to push it a bit further and only hold for 5 to 10 seconds. And I tell you what, on my left leg, those 5 to 10 seconds felt like an eternity. So I definitely want to start progressing with this as much as possible to try and build up that imbalance that I'm noticing quite a bit with my quads. Then we have here essentially like a kneeling isometric hold where I'm actively pushing down into the ball that you see on the ground. And this has really helped me massively with just trying to tolerate more load in that flexed knee position. So, really shout outs to my physio on putting that in my program, because I feel like that exercise as well has been so beneficial moving forward and just giving me more and more confidence giving me more confidence to be able to just handle a lot of load in that flex knee position. Then we go into the Zercher squat. So in this session, I actually plan to go a little bit heavy in this, but I thought, let me think long term. I didn't want to try overdo it and then leave myself short for the next time I go and attempt this next week. So just went for 120 kilos. I've done this before. The good thing here was that I was in a much better position, and I was actually able to kind of get the set out of the way. Whereas I think before, when I've done this in the past, I had a little breather, and then I've kind of just pushed myself over the line to get the last few reps. Whereas with this one, I was pretty much solid all the way through. And I just find this exercise so interesting because my legs, I feel like I can handle way more. Like I've squatted, my best squat is 260. So to do a set of 12 at 120 is actually not too bad. But it's just holding the bar is the actual challenge of the whole exercise. But I definitely feel myself benefiting. Then I reminded myself to do my plyometric work after my squats because I keep forgetting. Which now leads us towards the snatch grip RDLs. And on this one, I've done heavier RDLs. I think the max I've worked up to for reps must have been five or eights. In like the 190s. I think I might have even gone 200 before. This is when I was using the belt as well. Whereas today, I don't know, maybe because I was doing all the high rep work with my squats and things like that. Like I was definitely starting to feel a bit more fatigued, even though it may not look so. But yeah, I was definitely feeling it in the last few reps. But again, it's good to see that it didn't look much of a struggle, and I feel like that's also another way of expressing strength. Like to make things look easy doesn't necessarily mean it's easy, but it just shows the intent of making sure you look after every single repetition, because you always must focus on the quality over the quantity. And that leads me to kind of share a few words of wisdom when it comes to training legs, especially for us guys. I feel like it's a neglected muscle, because I understand like getting sore in the legs is not nice and it's not fun. It's the same legs that we then have to walk up the stairs and move our bodies around. But strong legs make for a much more well-rounded physique, but also in terms of strength, strong legs also build a strong upper body and build a strong body in general. So definitely, be as consistent as you can. And I will tell you this for myself, you will get past that threshold of, not feeling as sore for every single time that you train your legs, and you can train harder and get bigger and feel much more confidence about yourself, especially now we're getting into the summer. It's time to show them legs out, not them chicken legs. So get to it, guys. Don't neglect the legs. But thanks for watching as always, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.